It's official. Adam Gase will be fired at the end of the season. Who's going to replace him? Stay tuned. I'm hitting you with the top 5 head coaches on my wish list. Let's get into the video. Welcome to Jets Hub. My name is Mike and I'm just a New York Jet fan with an opinion. I'm here to provide you all with the latest news, predictions, and analysis of the New York Jets. Let's get into the video. So what attributes would I like to see from our new head coach? Number 1, I would like to have a CEO mindset. I don't really care to have a guy that's offensive minded, defensive minded, as long as they can come in and establish an organization and become that overseer throughout the whole entire team on both sides of the ball. Also looking for a leader of men. I would love to see them have someone that can come in, be a leader of the entire team, and establish the culture in this organization. A disciplinarian. Alright? Great example, Ron Rivera. The fact that Haskins fucked up twice over this COVID restriction stuff. You see where he's at right now. So I think our head coach need to be in that type of bracket to where he doesn't take anything from anybody. And of course, I would love for somebody to have already head coaching experience, but that's not a make or break deal. And lastly, if we can somehow get someone that can develop a quarterback. But enough of that. Let's get into the coaching candidates. Off the list at number 5, we have Don Wink Martindale. Now, the New York Jets are rumored to be interested in the Ravens defensive coordinator. And honestly, I don't think it's a bad idea. Reason number 1, the fact is players love and respect the man. He's a no-nonsense individual, and the fact that Joe Douglas and him are linked together via Baltimore, I think is a match made in heaven. He comes with the intensity that you expect. Look at his defense the last couple of years. The fact that CJ Mosley's here, and then Peanut as well. And we have a couple people in free agency that we can pick up in Matthew Judon and maybe a couple corners that may shake out from Baltimore. So it might be a match made in heaven on the defensive side of the ball, but unfortunately, the offensive side may lack that expertise that we're looking for. But with that being said, now there's rumors out there saying that he's linked to the Clemson OC that a lot of people rave about, which is interesting. As well as if he was hired, there's rumors to say that he will bring in Marvin Lewis to be the defensive coordinator. And to me, that's an interesting coaching staff. So coming in at number 4, Brian DeBoer, Buffalo Bills offensive coordinator. The reason why he made the list is the fact that he helped develop Josh Allen. A lot of people expected him not to be as successful as he is today, but they made it work. Also, on top of taking him as a head coach, it will weaken a division rival. And lastly, the fact that he has been under both Bill Belichick and Nick Saban is very interesting, because I understand that Bill Belichick and Nick Saban may not have had the best coordinators coming out, but he's been long removed from them and has been successful in wherever he went. So coming in at number 3, Arthur Smith, offensive coordinator from the Tennessee Titans. And I'm very intrigued. He's very well respected among a lot of coaches in the league. Look at his resume. He helped Delaney Walker resurrect his career and get to 2 Pro Bowls towards the end of his career. He ended up helping develop Tannehill into who he is today. And let's not talk about the receivers he helped develop. Look at A.J. Brown. Let's look at the guy, Corey Davis. A lot of people try to write off as a bust. He's done some great things on the offensive side of the ball. It's only been 2 seasons of him being an offensive coordinator, but he's highly regarded amongst NFL circles. Coming in at number 2, Matt Campbell. He already has head coaching experience with Toledo and now currently with Iowa State. The man can turn around programs. I love the fact that he can come in, establish a culture, and change everything to make it successful. And there's a lot of rumors out there saying that this man can connect with his players. The man knows what he's doing, and I love the fact that he has multiple, from 2 organizations, head coaching experience. Alright, so for some honorable mentions, we have Greg Roman. He's another guy a lot of people like to talk about, but for me, his offense doesn't stay relevant for a long period of time. He's not sustainable with his offenses, and I personally want to see somebody that can stay consistent. He's more of an offensive coordinator for me. Joe Brady, one of the brightest young minds. I just can't get on board right now, man. He hasn't had too much experience. A lot of people try to say that he's the next Sean McVay, but McVay has tons tons of experience over this guy. Right now, he's only had, I believe, 3 years, including this year, of NFL coaching experience, and yet has had an offensive coordinator gig until this year. So with that, it's hard for me to say the guy is ready. Not to say he's not going to be good, just to say he's not ready at this point to be the head coach of any team. But he has tons of potential, and I can't wait to see what he has in store for himself in the next couple years once he get his feet a little bit more established in the NFL. And then lastly, man, a lot of people talk about this guy, Eric Bieniemy. Now, he has the tools in the making. He's highly regarded with Andy Reid, but unfortunately, in my opinion, he's not what the New York Jets need. Eric Bieniemy has an offense that's fully loaded. The New York Jets do not have that. And at this point, I don't know if it's a big enough risk to allow Eric Bieniemy to come in with a team that's depleted from talent and try to make them something out of nothing. The only issue that I have is the fact that he has 7 interviews in the last 2 years and has yet to land a job. There's a lot of rumors saying that he has had bad interviews in the last 2 years, so that's a big question mark that comes in. I know he has legal issues that he had in the past. That's something that does not bother me. The fact that Andy Reid is co-signing already with this man is something that allows me to be a little bit more at ease with that issue. And play calling is another issue some people say, but for me, that's not big. That's not a big deal because we're looking for a head coach, not an offensive coordinator. But besides that, again, he's not for the New York Jets. He, in my opinion, needs a team that's already established, and the New York Jets is not one. So let's finish up with the last, final number 1 choice of my head coaching candidates. All right, so coming in at number 1, David Shaw, Stanford head coach. Now this man is an established head coach in the college ranks. He's very well respected within the NFL circles. And let's look at Stanford, man. Stanford alone is an academic school. He has been able to consistently have success with this team. He has ties with Joe Douglas already with his time with the Ravens. He's considered a player's coach and a leader of men. And he has that CEO mindset that I talked about at the beginning of this video. Now this man to me has everything that we're looking for. And I think he'd be a great addition to the New York Jets to help us turn around. And that's something that we should highly consider. Now we must understand David Shaw is not trying to leave Stanford. This is his alma mater. This is his dream job. So with that, we must come in with a blank check and tell him, how much money is it going to take for you to be our head coach? The biggest question is, will the New York Jets open up their wallets to bring in a guy such as David Shaw? Hey, you made it to the end of the video. I appreciate the love and support. Go ahead and leave me a comment below. Let me know what you all think about the top 5 head coaches that we just presented to you all. In the meantime, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe below. Don't forget to like and share this video. And in the meantime, go Jets.